Does prospecting and recruiting on social media seem like mission impossible to you? Well, hang tight because today we'll be talking about this ninja style prospecting tips to build your business and give you the freedom to fire your boss forever. Hi there, I'm Coach Isai coming at you with more tips, tricks, and advice so that you can get the most out of your network marketing business. So as you're hopping on, if you could, drop me a thumbs up, maybe hit the little heart, and let me know where you're tuning in from. I'm always curious to know where you're coming in from, so if you could, that'll be great. So let's get right into it today. So you're trying to get yourself out there on social media, but your posts, they're not getting enough traction. Is that the case? I know, like zero engagement. Could it be the dreaded algorithm? Yeah, that's a possibility. But for instance, we know Facebook is spacing the visibility of your posts, and you know that, right? So it can basically take anywhere between 24 and 72 hours for people to actually see your content. But the fact of the matter is, if you're doing social media prospecting the right way, the algorithm will actually become your friend. Say what? Let me ask you this. How big is your team and how much volume do they actually produce? Think about that. No, really think about it. How big is your team and how much volume do they produce on a weekly, monthly basis? Drop it in the comments if they're knocking it out of the ballpark every month, or every week. Drop me a 2. Drop me a 1 if that's the case, or drop me a 2 if it could be better. Seriously, how much does your team produce? Now, imagine if the whole team did $1,000 a month and your size and the size of your team doubled or tripled. How about if you could 10x it? You have to think big. And yes, it's all possible. It can all happen without three-way calls, the home meetings, the home parties, presentations. It can happen with all of that. Without all of that. How you're asking? Well, by using social media the right way. So, tip number 1, build a brand. Easy, right? We all know that. You have to build your brand. But did you know that you already have a brand? Yeah, if you're already talking to and interacting with people online, then you already have a brand, kind of. Normal people like to call it a reputation. Now, the question is, how effective is it actually? You want to start building your brand early on in your network marketing career, because at a certain point, you're going to want people lining up to talk to you rather than you having to chase after people, rather than you reaching out to them all the time. It can be really, really exhausting after a while, especially when your team grows, big enough and you're essentially spending more time with your downline, so essentially the people under you and the people under them, their downline, So you can see how, how that can become pretty challenging pretty fast. I've learned through others that while you're building your business through active prospecting, you should also be building your brand through marketing. So you have the two schools of thought. Tip number 2, build relationships. Have you ever gotten to the point where you no longer have people to talk to? When you get to the point where you no longer have a warm market, I'm pretty sure we've all been there. There's really no way around it. In fact, I was such a terrible friend, I guess, that I basically had zero warm market. Whether you're building your business online or off, you really need to create relationships with your prospects. And this could be a critical component of your prospecting cycle, to be honest with you. The more you get to know people, the more people will trust you. And essentially, people do business with other people that they know, like, and trust. I don't know if you've heard that, little saying that people do business with others that they know, like, and trust. So go out there and start talking to them. Tip number 3. Use attraction and curiosity marketing. So let me ask you this. If I were to pull up your social media profile right now, if I were to pull it up, would I be able to figure out what company you're representing or like what product you're pushing? Because if the answer is yes, then let me tell you that you're doing it all wrong. It's just that easy. If I get to your page and I know exactly what you're doing as far as who you're promoting, that's not a good thing. That's not there's no curiosity there. So here's the deal. If people know the name of your company, they can and will Google it. It's just there's no way around it. And what are they gonna find? What are they gonna find? Have you ever tried it? Because I have, and it's not pretty. Let me tell you that. You find all sorts of bad reviews and pyramid scheme objections and whatnot, and maybe like old disgruntled promoter distributors that are just like bashing the company and like don't ever work with this company. It's a scam, and they just kind of they run whatever. Like, you're gonna find trash out there. There's no way around it. So if I pull up your social media profile, I should not be able to tell who you're working with. I may be able to tell or notice or realize that you are doing something, some kind of business, or maybe you're using some sort of product. That's fine. But I should not know exactly what that product is or what company you're working for. Just do yourself a favor and clean up your profile. ASAP. Do it now. If you need to stop this, this video right now and do it and come back, do it. Because this is so important to create. It's so important to create curiosity within your profile rather than resistance because, by posting the company name or the products or even links. Don't do it. Don't do it. What you should do is create like a catchy, funny bio or something. Like, say that you're like an entrepreneur, or you're like the CEO of company coachisai, or whatever the name of your business would be, whatever you make that to be. And then make sure that you use the 80-20 rule when posting, obviously, when you're posting your content. That's basically just means that 80% of your content should be providing general or generic value, and the other 20% of the content should be a nonchalant attraction marketing promotion of your product or business. You know what I mean? So like in a roundabout way, attraction marketing style. That way people get curious about what it is that you do, and they'll start reaching out to you. And so how awesome is that? So tip number 4, build a community. I know. This is a lot easier said than done. Truth be told, you already have a brand. And I mean, if you're already building relationships and essentially using attraction marketing, then building a community will happen naturally. It's just gonna happen. There's no way around it. So one of the easiest and best ways to do this is to add people to a specific Facebook group that you created, where you can make sure you offer exclusive value just for them, like for those people that you put in there. And in that group, people can interact with each other. They can essentially do some of the work for you, like your teammates. It's a win-win situation if you ask me. So tip number 5, have a system. Listen, facts tell and stories sell. Simple as that. So why not let the testimonials and all the before and afters do the selling for you? That's why it's critical to have an amazing system in place. So my preference, as far as system is concerned, is the attraction marketing formula developed by Fernie Ceballos. However, the attraction marketing formula, this is a more advanced system for essentially those who really want to make it big. You know, they're looking to make it big in their MLM business. They're like shooting for the top. You know, I'm also a huge fan of ad tag message or ATM system. Again, the attraction marketing formula on the grand scheme of things, I feel is for those that are really serious about building their business to like multi 6 and 7 figure incomes. Like when you're looking for that type of income and you're looking at, you know, you want that residual coming in every month. Like that's more what the attraction marketing formula is. However, the ATM is definitely a great system. And like I said, I'll most likely be investing in the ATM system as well, because I want to learn the ins and outs so that I can provide that to my team. Because a lot of my team members, you know, they're joining, but they're really not looking to build as big as I am. Like I try to push their vision a little, but you can only work with what you're given. You know what I mean? So God bless them. They're working, they're hustling their ass. But for them, you know, $500, $600, $700 a month, maybe $1,000, you know, that's fine for them. That's all they're in it for. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. So I hope you found value in this today. If you love this training, feel free to reach out to me directly. You can message me at the address down in the description. I personally check each and every message. You know, if you message me, you'll get some free feedback and advice delivered straight to your inbox. Also, click on the link below and sign up for the free Attraction Marketing Formula Bootcamp and start learning now how you can attract 20 to 30 sizzling hot leads to your inbox daily. Last but not least, if for no other reason, sign up to stay up to date and connected as I update my blog with fresh new content just for you. I'm excited to see your name on my list next. Until the next video, take care. Bye-bye.